Hello everyone, welcome to Arduino and My Robot, Chapter 8. In this chapter, we'll be learning how to use and how to download Arduino IDE. And this is the platform where we'll be writing our codes and we'll be running the simulation part. So before moving to use this software, we'll learn how to download this software. For that, you can use this particular link that says this particular link, arduino.cc/en/software, or you can directly go to Google. I'll show you. So here is the Google, and you just type Arduino IDE, and you will come up with this link. You click on this link, and you will be taken to this page. So here you have two options. One is to code online. For that, you need not to download any software. And second one is you can download the IDE software for your laptop. So it will automatically detect what kind of uh, Windows you are using and what kind of OS you will be required compatible means what kind of IDE is compatible for you. So since I'm using Windows, I'll click on Windows and it is asking me to donate and I'll skip that part and just download it. So here you can see it's downloading 201 MB. And meanwhile it's get downloaded. I'll show you how we can use the online version. So let me go back. On the first page, you see here code online. You click on it and then sign up, and then you will be redirected to this particular page. So this interface is same as our the one which we are downloading as of now here at the bottom, and this particular online version is moreover same. So either you download it or you use online, both are okay for you. And for me, I prefer online version because it's easier for me to work on online version. I can get multiple things. We'll cover each thing. What is the difference between the offline version and online version? And you need not to buy as of now any Arduino board, any circuit board or any kind of equipments. You need not to buy because this complete course will be done online and you will have all the things that will be required to make a project, and that all things will be taken care online itself. You will not need any hardware, any equipments to be bought. Okay, we'll do everything online. But once the course is complete for practicing, definitely you can go and buy things. I'll share you the link. I'll share you all the best possible companies that are selling all those parts, and you can go and buy for that because this course will require a specific type of Arduino board and specific type of tools and equipments which are already covered in the previous lectures. So now, since it is downloaded, I'll go and check. So double click. So here is my Arduino. Okay, this folder, I'll just zoom it. So we have exe file, it's not here. So what I'll do it, run from here. Okay, just a second. Extract it first. So yeah, let it download. Meanwhile, we'll cover our presentation. So it will get downloaded and then you will be uh, having a screen something like this. In this screen, we'll have different sections or different zones, which will be covered one by one. So we have 12, as of now, we have 12 sections starting from this ribbon. Then we have these icons. We'll learn what these icons actually mean. Then we'll cover different sections, different portions, and then we'll understand what these icons and what things are, what exactly these things mean. Okay. So when you see this top bar where we have file, edit, sketch, and tools, help. So this is the menu bar. Okay. Here we give access to tools that are needed for creating and saving our Arduino sketches. When I say sketches, it means what are the, you can consider it as a text file where you will be writing your codes. Okay. Then we have number 2 button, which is a tick mark, right? That is a verify button. Once you have written the code, you need to check whether there is some error or whether there is some code syntax error or there is some spelling errors. Any kind of error can be checked by clicking that button. Then third is upload button just next to it in the right side. So upload button is, so once we have written our code, we want to transfer that code into our Arduino board. So in that case, we'll be using upload button. The next fourth one is sketch. So suppose I want to start a fresh coding. So I'll open a new blank page and I'll start coding over there. So new sketch is open from this fourth button. Then fifth one is, you can see the fifth one is this one. The fifth one is sketch name. Whatever the sketch name is, the name that once you open a new one, you will have to write a name for that. You can write it here. Then just by the side of fourth button, like that is new sketch, you have open existing, the one which you have already means started working last, means suppose I have made a sketch or I have made a code yesterday evening and I want to continue in that again. So I can open the existing. So it is already saved. So I can open that from the sixth number. Then for the seventh number, that is showing a downward arrow. Unlike the sixth one, in sixth one is opening existing sketch, it is upward arrow. And then seventh one is downward arrow. That means save as sketch. Once you feel that you have reached a sufficient number of lines and you have done the coding part and it's okay for you, you can save it by clicking that button. Then we have this lens-like thing. This is called a serial monitor. When a board is connected, this will display the serial information your Arduino board. Okay. Then we have this ninth where the coding area. This is where we do our code. And once whatever thing we want to do on whatever thing we are doing, that message is displayed in this number 10. And whatever errors you get, whatever information you get after running or compiling means running the code to check if there is an error or anything else, something like that. So we do it by number 3, right? So whatever error we get, it is displayed in this 11th section. Now at the 12th section, you see at the bottom, this shows actually the board on which your or the port on which your board is connected. Okay. So this was all about the first appearance. Okay. Then we can have in the file section, we have to just by the side of file here, you can see the tools section. Okay. So we can go to tools. Suppose I want to connect my Arduino board. So I'll connect it with the USB to my computer. And first you have to open the software. Then you have to connect the Arduino board with the USB and then go to tools, then go to boards and select what board you have connected with your system. So for our all the projects in this course, we'll be selecting Arduino Uno board. Okay. And then we will select the ports on what port we have done it. In the coding section, we have to remember two things. There are two type of functions. When I say function means there are two specific jobs that this code will be doing. Okay, so all the jobs will be divided into two parts, setup part and the loop part. Setup part means once suppose you are going to build a small house. Okay. So, or a small project, suppose you are going to make a flower with a paper. So what is the setup part? For that, you will have a paper, you will have scissor, you will have glue, you will have some sticks. So you will do all these things just once. Okay. And once you are trying to make the flower, for each petals, you will repeat the process. For the leaves, you will repeat the process. So there are two types of process. One which is to be done just once, that is void setup, where you will be doing setup part. And then other part is where you will be doing repeated action, where you will be repeating your job. Okay. So that part comes in loop part. Loop means you might have heard the word hula loop, a circular ring that a girl or a boy puts around their neck or waist and turn it around, round and round. Okay. So loop means to restart again and again. And this void is actually specifier what kind of value it is returning. So as of now, you can skip it. You don't need to know exactly. Void means there is no return type, that nothing, no value is getting returned from here, this function. So you can skip this part. You need not to understand what this void means. You just need to understand that if you want to do anything only once, you have to write it in setup code. And if you want to repeat that multiple times, you have to put in loop code. So once I have connected my board from board section, now I have to define in which port we are we have connected our board. So it is COM4. So whatever port you will be connected, it will be showing here. You have to just select it. Serial port that will be selected from here. Okay. Now, once it is done, our new sketch is ready to be uploaded. The basic setup part is okay now. Now we will start making our first code program. So before you make first program, you must understand there are some predefined programs. Like some programs are already done by Arduino and they have been saved. These are the basic program. We'll cover a few of them. Like and how to go for that. You go to file section, then click examples. And here are the built-in examples. Built-in examples mean these are already saved codes. You can just use it directly. So you click on basic, and these are the basic codes that are there. We'll be doing blink. So blink code or the blink sketch will help us to glow an LED. An LED bulb will be glowing, turning on and off using this code. You need not to write the code for that. It is already written. You can just click blink and it will upload the code automatically. And then that can be used in our board. We'll learn how to program this. This will be our first program and we'll be doing it online. And thank you. That's for all today. And we'll go to online section now and I'll show exactly. Okay, so as I said, this is our online section. Void setup is something that we need to write once, and then we have void loop that is to be written, means that thing is to be done multiple times. Okay, so the installation part, I'm not covering it. You can check, or I'll do one thing I'll cover in the next class. As of now, we'll focus on the online version since we'll be using this version only. So as I said, going to file and then clicking examples. But here you can directly see the example book is here. So a sketchbook section. Or if you click here, you can click next new sketchbook, or you can make a new folder if you are having multiple codes, multiple sketches, or you have already written somewhere, you can import it. Import means bring it directly to your code. So it will ask me to import a zip file and I can do that directly here. So I'll click on new sketch and the new sketch will be opened here on the basis of date. You see, today is 18th August, 18A and 18B. So here by I'll be renaming it sketch one trial. I'll name it blink. Okay. So this is going to be a sketch that will be using our blink program. So in that, what we are going to do is we are going to write a code to make an LED glow. Now, as I have already said, we have some preset examples that can be used directly. We'll be using examples, go to examples. And then here we have multiple sections which can be used directly. In basics, we have 6 number of codes. In digital, we have 9. Analog, we have 6. So these are the number of codes that are already into this. Okay. For sensors, we have 4. Knock sensors, ping sensors, and all those things. Okay. For display, sometimes you want to add a display on your board. String, USB, they are different. Okay. String comparison and all those things. So first we'll do the basic part. We'll go to basic and go to blink. So here our code is ready. Ignore this part up to now. Here, ignore it. This is all comment. So for writing a multiple line, so comment are 2 ways. You can write single line comment or multiple line comment. So what is a comment? Comment is something or text that is written in your code. So that will not affect your program, right? It is just a extra information. Suppose I am telling you that this glass is used for drinking water. I give you a glass and I tell you this glass is for drinking water. Now I have given you that glass packed in a box, and on the box, all the information like where it was made and which company has made it, what was the manufacturing date, all those things are extra information. Okay, that is not at all required or does not fulfill our need. It will not help us in drinking water from the glass. So all those extra information is called as comment. Comment is basically written by the programmer, the one who is writing the program. So that today we have written 1,000 line of code. We come tomorrow and we write again, then we come again. So after 10 days of writing more than 10,000 of lines of code, if you go back to the first page, you will forget what you have written and why you have written. For that, we write comments. Okay, I have written this particular line of code for this reason. So this comment section is not read by program, so computer. So Arduino, this software will not read these comments. This will be ignored while checking the errors. So for multiple line comment, we'll write slash star and then write our comment, then star slash. So this is our multi-line comment. For single line comment, we'll use double slash. So it will be one line comment. Okay. So as I have written, the setup function runs once when you press reset or power the board. So this setup function will run only one time. Void setup, initialize digital pin LED bulletin as an output. So ignore these all things. We'll cover everything when we write exactly what. So pin mode. Okay, this is where our pin will be connected, output, all those things, output. Now in loop section, digital write. Write is a command to tell our processor or computer that, okay, start doing this thing. Okay. Delay. So in write, we have high means turn on the bulb. Delay means there is a delay of certain seconds. So up to 1000 seconds, it will be on. Then digital write. Low means turn off the bulb for how many seconds? 100 seconds. Sorry, 1000 seconds. And that's it. That's the code. Okay. Once we have written the code, we will click to verify whether there is any error or not. Suppose if I do not put a comment line here, so this line, the comment section is removed. If I run it, I'll get an error. Error compiling. Check if you have selected a board if it is currently available. So what I'll do is I'll put a slash here. So this is a comment now. Now the code is okay, but the board is not connected yet. For doing that, we can connect it and we can check it at later stage. But for today, we'll be just limiting up to this part, how we can use it, how we can write our code, and how we can compile it. So from here, we can upload the already written codes. From here, we can write the code, and from here, we can verify or compile. The process of checking the error is debugging, or we can say this process as a compiling part. Okay. So we'll keep it in a simple language, although the terminologies which I'm speaking is not exactly defining those definitions, but for a layman term, it will be good enough for you to start with. Okay. As soon as we progress and down the line, we'll be learning exact definitions, exact terminologies, how to use this. Okay. And thank you so much. And from tomorrow, we'll be learning exactly what things are to be done and how we can make our first program. We'll be seeing it by connecting the components. This is just writing the code, but from tomorrow, we'll be doing exactly what things are to be done. Thank you so much.